Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel, Reaction Channel. I'm Dika. So last time on Bleach we had that big fight, or first of many fights between the it was the Espadas fighting Captain Hitsugaya and obviously some of the Soul Reapers that were there. And like I said in my last reaction, that was literally all a huge ruse because they were there to kidnap Orihime. Ulquiorra basically got her on the jump as she was making her way the passage, I keep forgetting what it was called, from the Soul Society to the world of the living. He was able to quickly get rid of her escorts, and he basically said, if you want to save these people, you don't want any more issue, you better come with me quietly. So he was able to snatch her up. And then literally as he did that, over in the world of the living, Ichigo had run out of credits for his holification, so he's run out of credits, and no matter what he couldn't holify again. And this is again Grimmjow getting the better of him. So obviously Ichigo has a ways to go, and obviously Shinji had jumped in and he had gone into his holified form, and to the point where he was about to push Grimmjow. I think he was going to release his Sanpakuto, so Grimmjow was going to hit his ultimate form, but then they were literally saved by Ulquiorra, who came and snatched him up and said basically, we're done, you know, you already lost one arm, you don't need another one going. So yeah, he basically grabbed him and they had left, and obviously they had captured what they needed to. So now I'm wondering how long it's going to take until they realize, or when, because she was taken in that middle part, I wonder how long it's going to be until they realize, shit. Oh, especially with obviously if Rukia's going to be going back, or if she realizes Orihime hadn't turned up, how long is it going to be until they realize Orihime has been taken, or the guys they sent with her are missing body parts and Orihime isn't there? And I'm also wondering if this is going to... I don't think Ichigo would blame Rukia, like, you know, you should have been there, you should have been protecting her. But now I'm wondering, and I said this last time, just like in the opening, if they're going to make the trip to Huecamundo to go save her. But now here we are, I mean, before I introduce episodes 141 and 142, I mein, Aizen is in his... I can't remember if... she must have seen him in this form, but Aizen is in... Excuse my language, is his fuckboy form, so... I'm pretty sure he's... Anyway,
If you don't finish your dinner, you should wrap the leftovers in plastic and put them in the freezer. They'll last longer that way. Period.
Take this and do not remove it.
Oh.
A special type of spiritual barrier will surround you. You will be invisible to the outside world. 12 hours. I give you permission to say goodbye to one person during that time.
Oh. Shit. That mean... Who would you say goodbye to? Isn't that very nice of Ulquiorra, giving her the bracelet and everything, and basically saying, finish up your business. So, okay, so it wasn't full-on kidnap. He's allowing her to finish up her business. That's why she's writing the instructions. And then she's literally gets to say goodbye to a person, and then he's... So that's interesting, okay.
Don't give me that crap! The bandages are already too tight!
Oh my god.
Don't let him go. Make him pass out.
Does this mean you're not forgiving us? For having fought so many of the Espada, we're lucky that this is all the damage we suffered.
Yeah.
We were careless, and we underestimated them. You'll find you have one more ability. While you have it on, you'll be able to pass through any physical object that exists in your world.
But they can't see you, so you don't need to hide.
That's weird. I wonder why Ichigo's chair fell over.
It was Ichigo's chair.
Think he came to school today?
No way! We've been left out! The Gookies are deliberately snubbing us!
Don't put me in the same group as you.
What's that?
If you take a minute to think about it, we're not the only ones who have been left out. Off the top of my head, the first one who comes to mind is Tatsuki.
Oh, yes. That's who she's going to say bye to. Okay.
That's strange. I can't reach Orihime in the Soul Society.
I'm sorry. This is the best I can do. In order to use my techniques most effectively, I must have precise knowledge of what conditions to reverse. This is critical to success or failure.
Oh.
Right.
All right.
Ichigo will be safe here. I'd better go check on Orihime.
Rukia? Would it be okay if we ate dinner in here?
Of course.
It smells good, huh?
Yeah, but I was on my way out. I have to go somewhere.
Oh, really?
How's my idiot son doing?
He's fine. Of course he's still sleeping.
Don't worry about him. It's his own stupid fault he got beat up by some bullies. It's pretty cold out there tonight, so if you're planning to go somewhere, be careful and be sure to bundle up.
Oh, she did come through to the house.
Okay, there we go. I decided to say goodbye to you, Ichigo.
Oh, so she's saying goodbye to
There are
him.
actually a lot of other people I wanted to say goodbye to as well. Wait, I just realized. Your bedroom.
Oh. I wonder if she could use her powers in this state. Is she gonna try and kiss him? She is. I knew if she was growing feelings for him, but I didn't realize she was down bad for him.
The truth is I can't bring myself to do it. When I think about it, Ichigo, there were so many things I wanted to do. I wish I could have had 5 different lives instead of 1. Then instead of 1 town, I could have been born to a family in 5 different ones. And in every one of those lives, I would have fallen in love with the same person 5 different times. Thank you, Ichigo.
My freaking head. I'm such an idiot. It's healed.
Yeah, I was gonna say he got stabbed.
Did this?
Because I'm the last person who saw Orihime Inoue before she went through the Sankaimon to
Sankaimon.
return to the world of the living. It's likely that Orihime Inoue has either been abducted or killed by the arrancars.
I was seriously injured in yesterday's battle.
I was gonna say she
No
must.
one here can heal my wounds. But when I woke up this morning, it was already completely healed.
Yeah, I was gonna literally say. I guess like from what Hachi said, he could only reverse stuff, but he can't reverse it unless he knows what had happened. Whereas with Orihime, her healing abilities are incredibly strong because she can literally. So that's probably what she did when she was with him. I don't know how much longer after, but that's yeah.
That is most unfortunate.
Unfortunate? Wait, what do you mean by that?
It also means that this is an act of betrayal. The fact that she healed your wounds before disappearing can only mean one thing. That Orihime Inoue had actually volunteered to go along with the arrancar.
Yes, that's the other thing I forgot to mention. I think he did give her a choice, and she did volunteer to go along, which makes sense. Why Ulquiorra was like, you know, you could do this, and Captain Yamamoto is right on the money. You know, the fact that she had time to come back and do that means that she went along with her own free will, which is so shitty when you think about the whole situation.
And because I am the lieutenant of Squad 6, I will head over to Waco Mundo to bring the traitor Orihime Inoue back to her senses.
You must not.
What?
We cannot risk the safety of the entire world just to go chasing after one simple
Oh yeah.
Unfortunately, head captain, I can't follow that order.
Oh come Hachi and Byakuya, snatch him up.
Don't fight us. We have been ordered to take you back by force if necessary.
Sorry, I shouldn't be laughing because it's pretty shit, and you know they were like, I knew he was gonna bring it, like especially if they started acting up. Renji ain't gonna say no to Captain Kuchiki, and right at this moment, even though Ichigo could go probably toe to toe with both of them, he can't be he cannot take them both on. And I'm laughing because it's like the captain's like, oh, I've been playing 4D chess. I knew you were gonna retaliate, so that's why I brought everyone involved.
So I'll just go save her myself.
You must not. We are going to need your help in this battle, Ichigo Kurosaki.
You can't go get yourself
I won't
killed.
allow you to plot your own course of action and die for nothing.
Couldn't Kisuke help him get to Waco Mundo?
But it was just sitting there all alone right in front of our place. I had to pick it up.
isn't there? Unless that's Cone.
How unfortunate, I missed.
That is amazing, Ichigo! You just apologized 3 whole times! A new national record for being pathetic! Huh? Oh, you want to fight, is that it?
I was sad thinking you didn't want to graduate with the rest of your class. You haven't been hospitalized due to an accident, have you?
We were worried about you. You didn't even answer your text messages.
Oh yeah, sorry about that. I was a little busy.
It's for the 5th of December.
Yeah, it sounds good.
Oh my god, Ichigo has his tie on too.
I think I should be back by then.
Huh? He'll be back by then?
What is it? Tell me what's wrong.
It's Orihime. She disappeared. She's not at home. It's true. I've been looking all over the city for her, but I can't find her.
He's gonna try act nonchalant, that's what it is.
But you know where she went, don't you? Admit it!
Besides, are you even sure she really disappeared? Why don't you just try looking for her again?
Cut it
Oh.
out! I've always been able to sense her. I don't think I don't know either.
She knows he's a Soul Reaper because she saw him.
I've seen you. When you wear that black robe.
Listen, it's none of your business.
Oh, shit. Ow! Whoa! Did she hit?
Hatsuki, what the? Am I someone who even matters to you? Do you consider me your friend? Are you really my friend? I'm trying to hide things from me. You idiot.
Take care of Tatsuki. And do yourself a favor and just stay away from me.
Oh.
Hey, welcome back. I've been waiting for you to show up here, Ichigo. I was afraid that Aizen would go after Orihime's power, so I left her out of this battle.
Oh.
It was my mistake to leave her out. I shall do anything I can in order to try and help you.
Well, you sure are a sad sight, Ichigo.
Uryu! Finally! Look at you, the little bit of an upgrade.
Hey, Udio!
Isn't it obvious?
Yes!
We're going to Waco Mundo.
But you're just not strong enough.
Oh,
Ichigo.
they have been training. He is ready.
Believe in us.
Chad, it looks like everybody's ready. Finally.
He's probably going to finish her. Yeah. But sick! Oh, yes! The boys need to go save the other ginger. So those are really good episodes. It's the aftermath of that battle. And we see how Orihime was kind of, I wouldn't say contemplating, but it was very hard for her to decide who to say goodbye to, and in the end it was Ichigo because of obviously her budding feelings for him. And at the same time we did find out a couple of interesting things, how Hachi's powers are very different to Orihime's in terms of healing ability. Orihime had the opportunity to partially heal him there and then when she went to see him, and that yes, it was the choice that she had to make, otherwise it would have been bad. It would have cost her more than not going. So in the end she had to do what she had to do, and I suppose it was kind of sad when she was there with Ichigo asleep, kind of going over, she wishes she was born in like 5 different lifetimes, that in conclusion she would have fallen in love with him each and every time, which was actually really sweet. The other interesting thing that was mentioned was how when it's always Keigo who's going on about how he was being left out because they're always absent together, Chad, Uryu, Rukia and Ichigo, and they're always left out. And it was the first time, let me know if I'm wrong, it's the first time that even Mizuno I can't even say his name. The other one, Mizuino. There we go. It's the first time that even Mizuino had kind of acknowledged that a little bit, but he also included Tatsuki in that. Like, that don't put me in the same boat as you, but we aren't the only ones that have been left out. It's like the other person I could think of is Tatsuki, who has been, and it's just, I'm supposing outside of Orihime, because Orihime is also known Ichigo through Tatsuki, they were his friends with Chad prior to obviously Ichigo getting involved in the Soul Society. So this obviously came around full circle when Tatsuki had finally picked up on the fact that Orihime had fully proper disappeared. She was angry and frustrated with Ichigo. She knew that there was stuff Ichigo wasn't telling her. She pretty much said, you know, wasn't I your friend? Don't you want to be my friend anymore? I suppose there's a lot of stuff that she'd entrusted with Ichigo in regards to, I'm not gonna dig deep. I'm not gonna, if he hasn't told me yet, it's probably for a good reason. But I think it crossed the line when he wouldn't come clean about what happened to Orihime, even though he did know, and she knew he knew, but he couldn't tell her. The other thing I found absolutely shocking is when they had found out that basically in between her leaving, coming through the Seikaimon, so when Ukitake had sent her through the Seikaimon, and he'd realised that, and he said that his people have come back fine and alive, and he said, judging by your faces, she didn't arrive there, clearly. It had come to their realization that that's when she was taken. And on worst of all is when Ichigo, and I'm supposing when obviously Captain Yamamoto was saying that, when Ukitake was saying that she's either been abducted or she's dead, and Ichigo almost kind of shot himself in the foot here without realizing, mentioning how she healed him. She's the only one who'd heal me this way, mentioning that, you know, when he got stabbed, she was able to heal that fully. And then obviously at that point, that's when Yamamoto came to the conclusion, well, if she had come to heal you and she still went with them, she went with them voluntarily, basically saying that, not realizing the situation, basically saying that she's a traitor. So now he had to call everyone back because he doesn't know what they're going to be up to. Even though Renji tried to help to say, look, please send me, I'm going to go get her, he was like, no. And the funny thing was, even though Rukia was trying to say, I don't think so, this is my favorite part. He was like, well, you thought you could defy me, and he sent Kanpachi and Byakuya. That whole scene, it was sad and you know what was happening, but it just made me crack up. He basically said, you thought you had a choice in the matter, you're coming home. So he sent Byakuya and Kanpachi to go bring him home. They were not gonna, obviously the only people I could think of that would have caused up a fuss would have been Renji, would have been Rukia, but obviously now that Kanpachi was there, he was like, alright then, come on, I'm going to round you up, you can't say shit now. I don't even think Hitsugaya would have done anything, and obviously Rengiku would have been respectful to Hitsugaya, but it was just everyone else, they were not to jump in the fray. And obviously Ikaku would have done it for Ichigo's sake. And then Ichigo had mentioned, fine, if you're not going to help me, let me know how to get there. And he still said no, because he was like, look, we can't, you are a valuable asset. I'm sorry about your friend, but we can't risk losing you. So please stay put. And it put him in such a horrid situation. He didn't know what to do. He's very aware of the threat and why he's getting stronger and what's going on. And obviously the arrancars, the espadas, they are very real and dangerous and painful threats. But at the same time, I think when he was kind of going through a bit of a depressive mode, I think it's horrid to him because he couldn't save, like the amount of times, again, this is how it all comes back around, the amount of times that Orihime always feels bad that she can't help him. Here he is, helpless to help her because he can't seem to get there, and he can't take anyone with him. So then you had that sort of blowout between him and Tatsuki, and obviously you could tell that even the way he was acting with them, and it was they were picking something up. It was just his demeanor, the way he was like talking to them, and the fact that he wasn't fighting back. So they clearly did know something, and he even said, look, it's better for you to not associate yourself with me, you know, for your own good, which is quite sad because they would have been some of his oldest friends. And like I said, I was surprised it took him that long to go to Kisuke, because I would have assumed Kisuke would have known how to get to Hueco Mundo. And it was interesting to know that Kisuke was a bit worried that the reason why he left her out of the fight was because he knew that Aizen would be interested in her powers. So it was interesting. I mean, a lot of the stuff he said was still facts. I still will stand by it. The fact that, you know, she wasn't necessarily strong enough to jump into the fight, and I do believe that was the case. But he kind of regrets not keeping her in the fight, because at the same time she would have been in a place where he could have kept his eye on her. She would have never gone to the Soul Society. Rukia would have never taken her there to train, and she would have never been in a position where they would have gotten the jump on her. Whereas if she stayed in that place where they were all training, it's very unlikely, unless they drew him out, that the arrancars would have just showed up there and then to try and grab her. So I guess it's a case of wrong place and wrong timing, where in so to speak. So obviously you've got Uryu there with a new addition to his outfit, and you've got Chad there now, who are all there. Basically they're there to get Orihime back, and obviously Chad sort of reiterated, we're your friends, you don't take this all on by yourself, which is in correct correspondence. I mean, Chad, Uryu are all aware of the crazy shit that's happening with Ichigo and the soul, you know, all of that stuff. It's a different understatement where he can't speak to his other friends like Katsuki, Keigo, and Mizuno about that, because again he's worried that the more he gets them involved, the more they could potentially help. But then you have people like Chad who are still here, who get it because they're in it with him. So now the boys are there to go back to go and rescue Orihime. So we're on a mission. I wonder if anyone else is going to go with them. And yeah, I'm wondering what's going to happen. I mean, I suppose she's going to be healing, or they're going to put her to the test in terms of trying to see the extent of her powers. But it'll also be interesting to see, because Hachi did say that you haven't reached the full potential of your abilities, and I'm wondering if Aizen's going to try and pull off his voodoo magic, even try and use the Hokyoku on her, I don't know, to try and maybe pull out the full potential of that. So yeah, those are really good episodes. I'm really excited to see what happens next. Again, I did feel really bad for Tatsuki, because she was incredibly worried for her friend, and I mean, I forget that she is strong. Her and Ichigo met at like karate club, so she's very strong to the point she punched his head into the window and it broke. So yes, either their infrastructure is weak or that girl is strong. But thank you so much for watching this video. If you did like this video, don't forget to like, comment and subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time.